Yeah, guys, we're rolling 218, I believe. Cheers, brother. Cheers. Let's pop these seltzers. I think they're a little warm, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, sorry about that.
Faster.
Yeah. We got black cherry. That's the best. Yeah, man. Let's get right into it. So you're bothered with face tattoos?
I'm seriously fucking irritated with face tattoos.
What is it? Is it the style of the face tattoo? Is it the poserness of the face tattoo? What is it?
It's both, and there's more.
Meaning just everyone?
Yeah, because you already know what kind of person they are, and they're a fucking fairy lop, dude.
Usually they're fruity.
Real flimsy.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it looked like a 6-year-old just fucking went ham with the fucking tattoo machine. I mean, there's
I think that's kind of the style. It's supposed to be bad, I think.
That's stupid too.
Yeah.
Now you're just like an idiot with a fucking kid's drawing on your head.
Yeah. Because I think it came from prison tattoos, right?
Yep.
So guys get out and they have these like face tattoos and shit. Started with that the eye teardrop.
Yeah, the teardrop.
I said eardrop. Yeah, the teardrop, and the posers just run with it all the time.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's weird now to where you see someone with a face tattoo, you go, you sissy.
Yeah, definitely.
Isn't that weird?
What's stupid too is like when they do like something near their hairline, they'll write like a name in some kind of script that you can't fucking see, and you're like, what does that even say? It just looks like you got some Jerry curl on one side of your head.
You never can read the script. Yeah, it's always a problem. I mean, the face is a weird move. Like just a little one here and there, okay, but it is a weird move because man, it's
dude.
Like
when I was in jail one time, for drinking and driving and shit. And when I was looping in, there was this kid that had a huge fucking G, like a dark, thick,
right.
like the block letters like they use on the back of your jerseys and shit, but a huge G on his face. And I was like, God, dude, doesn't that bother you? Because I know out of the peripheral of your eye, you can see darkness on that side and then light on.
And the sun probably hits your face different. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's a fad, but it's a fad that's hard to get rid of.
I can tell because I thought it was just a couple of morons here and there, and when you'd see famous people and shit, and now I'm just seeing it all over the place.
Yeah, it's like go to Subway, get a sandwich. The dude working the thing's got face tattoos.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of, I was at a Jersey Mike's, and this dude when he goes to hand me back my change, got fucking 666 fucking devil sign, all kinds of shit, and I'm like,
you're like, how'd you get the job?
Yeah, I was like,
remember when we were kids and they were like, once you get a tattoo, you'll never get a job.
Yeah,
remember that?
Oh yeah,
that was the whole thing.
That was,
and I always kind of knew that was bullshit. But except, like, I know as somebody, if I'm hiring, say, somebody in the studio, and they got face tattoos, I go, I don't think I want you.
Probably not reliable.
Yeah, I mean, look, I know guys with face tattoos, and they do all right, but there's just something about it where I go, it just bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need it. I got to look at your face. Like, every time, like, say you have, I'm just looking at it the whole time, just like,
I think that's actually what
it's like a bad pimple all the time.
That's what they're going for. It's just attention fucking craving.
I think it does that, but once it becomes kind of the norm, it no longer is,
Yeah. Because I even seen it on chicks too, and I'm like, God, girl, you look so cute without that shit all over your face,
Yeah, and it fades, and it just doesn't look. Now it's just a smudge on you.
Looks like donkey ass.
Yeah,
like I've even seen girls get their eyebrows tattooed.
Yeah,
and then
they get the eyebrows tattooed like actual eyebrows.
Yeah, well, because they plucked so much of them off that they'll never grow back and shit. So then they get a form of tattoo on the eyebrow, and they never look right, dude.
They don't?
They never look right.
Because I understand that's a big thing. They do that.
Yeah.
They do that with the lips now, too. They're tattooing like
the
lips,
color of lipstick.
Yeah. And apparently people don't know. But I guess, I don't know. That's a whole industry, too, of tattooing ladies' eyebrows and shit.
Imagine that, dude. You get to know a chick that she's like, yeah, I tattooed my lips and I bleached my butthole. You're like, fuck, you're just fucked up from head to toe.
Well, I mean, between the Botox and the tattooed lips and the bleached buttholes, and you know, it's a lot for a lady.
Crazy shit that these broads do.
Yeah, and then they're filling their lips. They're getting a lip flip. You know that one?
Yeah,
that flips their lip up. You know, like that.
Yeah, because I know you've seen Madonna and how bad she did herself up, dude.
Yeah,
her face looks like a tomato, and then
we're trying to fight an uphill battle here with age.
You're gonna age, just age and grace, you know.
Yeah, I love a hot older lady for sure, but it does. I do understand. Like if I put myself in the same thing. You know, the grays are starting to come in, and I'm going, ooh, that's another level. Yep. We're in a different world now. Not only that, check this out. Fucking Jenna found a gray on my back, like a long one, like this long.
Oh shit!
I don't know where it came from. Where the fuck? And she was like, ooh, I gotta get that. And she goes, it's gray. I go, no, it isn't. She goes, yeah. I go, okay, we're at another level. We've hit another level.
I plucked one from behind my ear, bro. Just a sporadic fucking white one, dude. And I was like, what the fuck?
You're going to have ear hair like Mr. Seaman?
Oh, dude. I used to clown on that, too. And now I'm going to have plants growing out of my shit, dude.
Yeah, the old boy didn't give a fuck.
He really didn't, dude. Those nose hairs, too, would fucking when he'd breathe. I remember one time he was yelling at us, dude, and all I could pay attention to was his fucking nose hairs.
Yeah, that's all I looked at was the long eyebrows, the ear hair, the fucking, like, just give it a trim, pal.
That ear hair, dude, it looked like some of that weed that's white, you know?
Yeah.
Flowered
Mr.
out.
Seaman.
That guy just got handed a
guys,
rough deal.
And everybody listening, we had was he a groundskeeper? What was he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
His name was Mr. Seaman. That's not even a lie, man.
Yeah.
Why didn't he go by his first name? What was his first name?
I don't know.
Robert
I
Seaman?
would definitely Dick Seaman.
Richard Seaman.
His middle name's Cranium. Fucking poor guy, dude. What a rough break.
But why not? Why not? Especially, I'm not saying change your name to all of life. I'm saying when you're around kids.
Definitely.
Why put yourself through that?
Mr. S.
Mr. S.
Yeah.
Mr. C.
What's the S for? Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it, kid.
You'll find out when you get to
your
yearbook.
Or like, hey, I'm a groundskeeper. Call me Bill.
Yeah.
I'm Bill.
Yeah.
Why are you
groundskeeper Willie? You know, he went by his first name.
Right. Yeah. Why are you Mr. Seaman? Why do that to yourself?
But what if his first name was worse than his last?
Just make up a name. It doesn't matter. You're a groundskeeper. Like, we don't need to know any of your. We don't even need to know the teachers' names. We don't need to know.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, we don't know their first names.
No.
We usually just know their last name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only one I actually knew, a couple of them I knew their first name, but that was because I had, fucking known them forever too. And then one that was my music teacher at Bancroft, she's now the principal at fucking Wilson High School. Which is
it's coming
funny
up.
to me.
Coming up. That's cool.
I'm like, wow. Damn.
Well, but I mean, it doesn't matter if the kids know your name or not. Who gives a shit? If you got a crazy fucking name and that's all the kids can think about when they talk to you, like, what are you doing? Get rid of it.
I wonder if he ever played sports, dude.
Mr. Seaman.
With semen up on his back.
I mean, semen on his back. I mean, there was Dick Buttkiss, right?
Oh yeah, but he turned into a hardcore badass.
Dude. Yeah, but he had to.
Yeah.
He had to. I'm sure not everybody turns into a badass. They got to be a groundskeeper.
Yeah, well, you're either gonna go one way or another. It's like a boy named Sue. You could either get tough or die.
Yeah, but Dick Buttkiss could have changed his name. He doesn't. He doesn't.
But see, when you own it like that too, most of the time people will give you respect. But looking at that guy, I don't think he even had any self-respect. Like, I mean, there's a point to where us dudes really don't give a fuck about how we look, especially compared to women, dude. We could hardly give a rat's ass. But when I got fucking fur growing in spots that it's not supposed to have fur, I'm gonna take some action, dude.
Yeah, there's something to that, man, where it's another level, and you're like, oh boy.
Yeah. Like you got to look at yourself in the mirror, and he's just like, Yeah, it's fine. Or maybe his eyes were so bad he couldn't see. Who fucking
Well,
knows?
I definitely think, too, you reach an age where you're like, I truly don't give a fuck.
Yep.
It doesn't matter. My body hurts. I don't care.
Just waiting for death.
I'm just waiting for death. Yeah, I bet you that's Mr. Seaman. Because I don't think he ever looked happy.
No, he didn't. I never saw a smile on that guy's face.
Nah, he couldn't have. And just kids every day is just making
like
fun of his name.
That fucking German bitch teacher, math teacher that I had, Miss Mies. Yeah, Miss Mies.
Jesus.
Dude, I really pictured Hitler as a woman.
Yeah.
As this fucking bitch, because when she get mad, she
Open the books.
Oh, dude, whenever that accent would come out, something, I'm like, but there was one time this fucking kid throws a stink bomb in class.
Yeah,
and
that was big.
She closed all the windows and turned the fucking heater up, dude, to make us all suffer.
Oh, really?
For this one little fuck, dude. And I was like, man, if I find out who
She wanted you guys cooking in an oven?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Right?
Interesting, Miss Mies.
And smelling like rotten eggs.
Yeah.
Fucking bitch.
Interesting, Miss Himmler. Seconded Deutsch.
Yeah. Mies translates to fucking Hitler in a different language.
Translate to goose step. I mean, it's full of shitty teachers.
No, dude,
I think we talk about that a lot, but because it blows my mind as to how such shitty people are teaching children. Isn't that weird?
It blows me away because my son's school's complete opposite. His fucking school's full of great teachers, dude. And, they're like, we're not playing with this fucking weird agenda that these people got. The kids are not going to be. They're here to learn arithmetic, fucking writing,
right?
How to get along with each other and stuff. Which they have no problem. There's not a single fight at that school. There's like.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, they care about each other,
It's a public school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice. What school is that? I can bleep it if you want.
That's Lincoln.
Lincoln? That's in Long Beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right up the street from me.
Nice. It's a junior high?
No, it's a elementary.
Oh.
So it's like our Gompers.
I don't know what age kids go to school. I'm like, is your kid graduating high school? I don't know.
Well, I mean, as smart as he is, he's only in 4th grade, but he's doing 6th grade math.
Okay, so what high school does he go to?
It's probably going to be Wilson.
Wilson? Yeah. Okay. Apparently Wilson's pretty good, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, okay. All right, nice. Yeah, I mean, because I always think back to there's a few moments, when we were in high school, and this I think was junior high. We had Miss Mallard. I've talked about this. Remember, black lady, English teacher, and she would say birthday, and I was like, "Hey, you're an English teacher," and I didn't say it cunty. I was actually curious.
Yeah,
I was like, "You're pronouncing birthday like an F."
Yeah,
but it's a TH, and she lost her shit immediately. Didn't even and sent me right out to the principal's office.
She hated white people, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
That's a fact.
So looking back, I'm going, who's these teachers? You can't ask a question. Sounds like communism to me.
Yep.
You can't. I can't be like, excuse me, and I did it, and I'm a child. I'm a fucking kid. Looking back, I'm a child, and you snapped on this kid. Just be like, you're saying birthday. It's a TH in birthday, why is that? And she doesn't even answer a question. She just looks at me in short circuits.
Well, it's funny. One of the teachers that most people hated, but I actually loved, Miss Perry.
No, Miss Perry was cool.
Yeah.
I liked Miss Perry.
But a lot of kids hated her because she'd fuck you up. I mean, she fucked me up.
Call you fathead?
Fathead, pull your ear.
Pull your ear. She always pull your ear.
Pull your ear down to the desk and shit, dude. Look here, fathead. No, because there's this time it was when somebody showed me the little wiggly pencil thing,
Oh, yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, it really does work. And she goes, there goes Justin. Just give him a pencil and he'll be entertained for hours. Pulls my fucking ear down to the desk. She's like, look here, fathead. While I'm teaching, you're going to be learning.
She loved that, fathead. Yeah, and then she would, she would say this to me. She'd be like, how'd you get to school? I'd be like, I rode my bike. Well, I'm going to ride home on your handlebars and tell your parents what you did. And I was like, all right, Miss Perry, come on down to dinner. Right?
She didn't play, dude, but I like that.
Nah, I liked Miss Perry. She was cool. She was fine.
Yeah, I remember one time, remember the kid, Ricky Clary?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
didn't he passed away, right?
Yeah, he got hit by
poor
a bus.
Guy. That's what I heard, man. What a poor kid.
Right out on fucking, what's that street? Centralia and, is that Woodruff? Yeah, Centralia.
So he got hit by a bus?
Yeah, so.
How does that happen?
I think he was waiting at the bus stop and was tired of life and just walked in front of it.
In front of it.
Yeah.
I'm with you, Ricky. Fuck it, dude.
Dude, that poor kid had a pretty.
He had it rough.
He had it pretty rough. But I remember Miss Perry fucking him up one time because he goes, he raises his hand, you know, and we're in the middle of doing a test or some shit like that, and he goes, Miss Perry, what time is it? And she goes, you got to be kidding me, fathead. There's a clock right on that wall right there. If you could just twist your little head and look over there. I don't think he could read that kind of clock.
Yeah, I mean, this was before, like, we said everybody was autistic.
Yep.
You know, he was just weird.
Yeah.
You know, but he definitely, I mean, he walked with a pigeon toe. The whole 9 yards was weird, man. That poor kid. He could have used a buddy.
You want to trip on something?
Huh.
My wife somehow knew him.
How's that?
I don't know, but when I mentioned his name, she's like, yeah, did he have a sister? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And she goes, was it Lacey? And I go, yeah. She's like, that's the guy who passed?
Was his sister hot?
She was decent looking, but she was really flirty.
Okay.
Yeah,
that helps.
Yeah, she always made you feel like you're the coolest dude in the room.
Because she was older, so I never really... Oh, that's sad, man. That poor guy.
Yeah.
He was, I mean, I don't think I ever said 2 words to him. I just knew he was there, and I knew people fucked with him.
I did. I stood up for him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
There's a couple of kids. I had a computer class with them. Kids were trying to fuck with him. Like, dude, that's not going to happen while I'm here.
Yeah. Like,
you know, I've known him for years. You know, I mean, fucking...
Can I tell you, this is also why these teachers fucking suck, man. These kids are constantly getting fucked with, and no one pays attention to anything.
No, teachers don't care about that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're fucking they're busy. I don't know what they do. What a waste of money. God damn, man.
Yeah, no, me and Pops were talking about that fucking math teacher I had, Miss Coons. And every time I mention that name, my son laughs, dude. Cause there's that time she brought her car into auto shop, and she was having problems with me because I kept calling her stupid. Yeah. And I proved it by stealing her fucking book, and she couldn't teach shit. She was like, oh, we're just going to review yesterday.
Yeah, that's all they did.
And then that would be 3 days in a row, and I was like, oh, what happened? Yeah, well, I know what happened because I stole her book and threw it in the empty fucking classroom next door and shit. And so, you know, she had a little beef with me and shit until she brought her car into auto shop, and Ern was like, hey, Justin, you almost done with those shocks in the Ford truck? And I was like, yeah, why? And he's like, you got time to do a brake job? And I was like, for who? And I looked in and it was her, and I was like, oh, yeah, I'll be done real quick. And just smiled at her, dude, like, you don't know what I can do, bitch.
Yeah.
The power's in my hands now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how these people got these jobs. I don't know how any of these teachers get these jobs. You know what? In fact, I don't know how anybody, it's crazy the people that are working. They don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, I was at the vet yesterday with Barron. I've said this before. They don't know anything. I know more than they do. I'm telling them about stuff. It's crazy over there.
It's even with
Don't you just pay attention to some things and then get some of the info? You know,
it's even with human beings, man. Because you know, my folks been going through all this medical stuff and whatnot, and dude, for me to be told that they're practicing medicine, yeah, I can see what they're practicing. Yeah. They're trying to practice to kill my dad.
Yeah, they still call it practicing.
Yeah, sons of bitches, dude.
Yeah, you got to really pay attention to what they do, man. They fuck up a lot.
That's a fact.
And they don't do case by case basis. A lot of these guys, they just have a handbook and they just do what's on the handbook.
Well, I've known not to trust him for years, but especially the time that I was told my grandmother Swan was going in for a heart surgery. She was supposed to have like just a stent put in. She had a sticky valve, I think is what they called it. And you know, the reassurance to me was, oh, she's gonna be fine. The doctor has done hundreds of these and this and that, and I'm like, yeah. I tried to make it there to see her before she went in because I had this fucking feeling. Yeah, she never made it out. There was fucking,
really?
Yeah, there was infection. There was fucking all this shit, dude. And I'm like, I fucking knew it, man. Yeah. I'm like, as soon as you try to fluff me up and tell me I got nothing to worry about, that's when I worry.
Yeah, anytime they do that, man, like, well, look, I'm gonna worry. That's how it works.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that woman means a lot to me.
Yeah, because I have a loved one in there, and I don't give a fuck about you guys.
Yep.
So let's just get it done, please, would you? For God's sakes.
And trust me, dude, once I started, I mean, she was, you know, in a fucking chemically induced coma and shit too for a little while before she passed, you know. But the whole time I'm sitting in there, you watching that machine beep. Every time it beeped, I could picture my fist hitting that doctor in the face, like, what the fuck happened to? Right. I don't have anything to worry about, motherfucker. You know. Yeah,
it's always bullshit. It's like, I've done 100. It doesn't matter. Everybody's different.
Yep.
And also, here's what one of the things during all my knee bullshit, all my fucking 12 surgeries, is I got I got some insight as to why on my last surgery, why I went to a different doctor. Well, the surgeon was going through a nasty divorce, right? Crazy. This bitch is taking him for everything. So his head's not in it. I got the insight from the other doctor. He was telling me that shit. I go, I'm out. Because I got fucked on the first one. I'm not going to go on that whole thing. But anyways, as far as the knee replacement. And so I go, I'm out. I'm going to go somewhere else because he's the head's somewhere else.
Yeah, his head's not in the game.
Yeah. Right as of now, he's getting fucked by his ex-wife. Mm-hmm. And that whole day, he's just, fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't need a guy like that. That's like, what's that song from Social D where he's like, he couldn't get it up. The fucking officer in prison couldn't get it up for his wife. So
off of Mainliner? Off that album?
Yep, so he's going to torment your life.
Yeah.
That's a fact, dude.
That's a fact. That happens.
Did you ever see that experiment where they just took regular ass people and put them in prison outfits, and then the other half in fucking police officer uniforms, and just to see what would happen?
No.
Oh yeah, everybody took their job serious. Like, the people that were playing prisoners were like, well, since I'm a prisoner, I could do whatever the fuck I want. And the people playing the cops are like, no, you can't. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh shit,
like, dude! It was like all you got to do is change the clothes, and the people. Boom, change into that. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's sad, dude.
Yeah.
Like how easy people are manipulated, dude.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess we're all animals, it's ultimately, given the power, and sometimes I think you're forced into this power, and, like if you think of like a bad cop, right? And I think a lot of these cops, they start out good. Like they went in there and they're like, we're going to clean this neighborhood up.
Yep.
I'm fired up. Let's do it. Right. And then they're in the system. They have to deal with the system. And then they're constantly dealing with shitbags on the street constantly. Right. And then they end up taking it out on like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because that's got to wear on your soul, dude. Constantly staring at bullshit
all day
is going to fucking.
Everybody's lying to you at all times.
It's going to steal that little piece of your joy that you used to have.
Yeah,
dude.
I think it takes a piece of you, and when you constantly see shitbags, and then no one believes you that you see all these shitbag stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I've seen that done with like our boy Vic, where he's worked with like homeless encampments and shit, and he's gone through all these and cleared it out and had to deal with people and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
And some of the shit that he'll say that he saw, like, and it's some people don't even want to hear it. So he has to see it and then absorb it, and then nobody wants to hear it.
Not talk about it.
And not talk about it. And not only do people not want to hear it because it bums people out, but also they almost don't believe it.
Bum.
Nice. But a lot of them don't believe it. Like a more liberal person doesn't believe that's what's going on with these people.
They're just good people. They need help. Not all of them.
Yeah, I mean, especially the boys hanging puppies out the window can definitely catch one from me. That's for sure.
Lighting other homeless on fire. I've seen that shit.
one, but the worst one, I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah.
The worst, I'm not even going to say it. But and you just think about the worst possible thing you would find in there. Just think about it.
Oh, I'm thinking about Will Ferrell's Prius and fucking the other
They're
guys.
fucking in there.
They call it a soup kitchen.
Yeah, I mean they're close.
It's so foul, dude.
Yeah, but where it'll fuck you up because no one believes you. Really, they don't believe that it actually happens because they don't see it. Well, cops do, and other organizations do see this shit.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I think that'd finally make you snap, dude.
Well, I've seen this dude on YouTube that goes to the homeless places in Las Vegas. And did you know that they live underground?
Las Vegas, no joke. Really?
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Like there's like washout channels, for fucking when it rains heavy and shit like that. So this guy's entire spot is set up right to where you can see the fucking casino. So those grates that are on the fucking the walk, when you're on fucking the strip and shit.
Grates? What's that? Like a vent?
Yeah, like the big metal grate that you walk over.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's looking up at you.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I've seen people get murdered down here. And he's like, and then we try to build stuff, but then the rains come and washes us all out. And he's like,
so it's a rain.
It's like a rain channeler. Yeah.
And so they live in the rain channeler, huh?
Yeah.
But when it rains, is it like they gonna drown in there or what?
It's happened. Yeah,
that's interesting.
And then because they put all their shit in there, now you got a fucking a whole waterfall of shit.
And I'm sure they're not really organized. It's probably trash down there.
Dude, it looks like straight squalor.
Like,
dude.
why don't they hook it up?
Yeah, that's what
You know
I
what
was
I'm saying?
thinking. That's what I was thinking too, dude. I'm like,
You
know,
got all day.
yeah, got nothing else to
You
do.
got nothing else to do.
You got no job to go to.
Yeah, go look for some nice pieces of wood. Let's
Yeah.
collect some wood. Let's badass treehouse in there.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Why not organize that thing? See, none of these guys really hook it up.
No, because they're too busy trying to score drugs.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, their brain's a mess.
And they're doing drugs. Like this one guy that I saw, this is the funniest shit ever. He claimed to be Jesus.
Nice.
And then he said, but I'm more like Superman. He's like, you know, he shines this, one of those laser pointers that you're not supposed to put up in the air because the FAA will fuck with you, kind of that strength of a fucking laser pointer.
Yeah.
He shines it at the dude that's fucking filming all this stuff, and he's like, fuck.
Yeah, that'll fucking blind you.
And he's like, oh, does that hurt your eyes? And he's like, well, yeah, it hurts everybody's eyes. And he's like, no, it doesn't. Turns it on and just fucking zaps his eye. Dude just sits there for like 10 minutes while he's talking to this guy, and then switches it to the other one. I'm like, wow. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, but it ain't even cocaine.
There's no way that's coke.
No, it's fentanyl.
Fenty or what? Meth. You know, the meth. The meth gets you.
Little mixture. You know.
Yeah. Who was I? I was listening to some guy the other day. God, I can't remember. Boy, my memory's going. But anyways, where it was like he was talking about it. How he. I was listening to Billy Strings. Do you know Billy Strings?
Yeah, Billy Strings is dope.
Okay.
Dude.
Yeah. Anyways, he was talking about he got into meth a little bit. But he quickly got out. He was like, look, I'd rather play guitar than this bullshit. But he was like, I get it, because all of a sudden, everything in his brain was like, I want more of that.
It clicks.
It clicked where he was like, he's at work and he's like, he goes, I'm feeling sick, so he can go straight home to that rock, you know. And then it took, but luckily some people have it to where they go, I got to get out of that.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. That's not good.
No,
but it catches you, and some people can't go and get out of it.
Yeah,
you know,
that's a fact, because then it seems like they want to do it for every single thing. I'm angry, so I got to do this.
Sure.
I'm happy, so
I got cut off on the road.
You're right.
Yeah.
I don't want to be hungry, so I'm going to do this. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if I can be honest, man, like a couple Perkies, I get cut off in the road. I go, oh boy, I'd love to get home to those Perkies. You know what I mean? It just. Because it's a warm hug, you know. But I don't know what meth does, but apparently, but also you're chasing it. It never is as good as the first time.
Yep.
With any drug.
Well, meth is...
Even alcohol.
Meth, I think the worst thing with that drug is you never know exactly what's in it. Like, I heard that they were smuggling it across the border in diesel fuel. So they'd mix the chemical in diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Then they'd take it out, somehow bake it to where it cooks the diesel fuel off of it and leaves the fucking powder. And that's what these fuckers are.
Man, I don't get. What's weird is like I don't even get how that works. You know what I mean? Like Coke. It smells like gas.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
that's why.
Yeah. But I'm wondering. It's so much. What's the word I'm looking? Like, there's a lot of science to.
Oh, yeah.
Chemistry. There's a lot of chemistry to getting this to work, what blows my mind, because my brain doesn't even work its way around that.
Once even as a chemist, if you would think about it that way, dude, you know exactly what kind of fucking bullshit you're inhaling, and I don't think that, if you're the one, you're definitely going to be the one making it, not using it.
Yeah.
But...
Because here's my thought on that, too, is like, I've thought about this, too, is that, because like Baron needs some painkillers, right? He could use a little some love as far as those joints. But I'm going, why can't I just make him his painkillers? Another man just makes it. There's another group of men or women that are making these pills, right?
Yeah.
Why can't I do that?
Because for some reason,
they
want us to have a license.
What if I study for years and try to figure this thing out? Yeah. Never mind what they want. Why can I get a hold of the materials to make that?
It's a good question, because in most places, like especially like say for instance OxyContin, it's not made here in America.
Okay,
so I don't even think you can get your hands
on
restrictions. No, I don't think you can get your hands on the materials to make.
Well, I mean, but I don't want OxyContin. I just want opium, just straight opium. I don't want all the stuff in it. I don't want Tylenol in it. I just want opium.
In the wrong country.
Can I do that?
We're in the wrong country for that.
I mean, because opium comes from poppy seeds. Plant some poppy seeds, and then you get it out of the center of that shit. Yeah. Now, I did buy poppy seeds. They were the wrong ones, and they're planted back there, and I wanted red ones, but they came out yellow. So we're starting off rough.
So you planted an apple seed and saw oranges grow.
Yeah. So we still have pretty flowers back there, so that's fine. But my point to that is people just make it. Why can't we? I don't understand.
It's geared towards we want that money. That's what it's all geared toward.
I understand that.
So, and especially in this country, there's so many restrictions on things that could actually do well for people if we could do it ourselves, like you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like if we can have natural shit,
yeah,
it'd definitely be better than any of these things you see on TV.
Yeah, I don't want to use their electricity. I don't want to use their gas. I don't want to use their water. How do I do all that?
They want you to need them.
But how do we do that? I want to now. Apparently, there's some thing with the that can take water out of the air. Some.
Oh yeah, that life straw.
I guess there's something going on, and people are making bigger ones now.
And I don't think you want that water. I don't think so.
Well, I think there's a filtration system you have to set up after you collect that water, right?
Yeah, no, I've seen the one where you just pull from the fucking tube, because cyclists will use that, as an emergency thing.
Oh, okay.
And as long as you're in a humid enough environment, so you can't be out in fucking Death Valley, and be like,
right.
No, you're not getting shit, just hot air. But if you're in a spot that's humid enough, more than likely there's going to be a lot of toxins in that fucking air too, and you're just
right. You're just sucking in all the air from the road.
Yeah.
Diesel trucks,
bum ass juice, and fucking whatever's around, dude.
Yeah, but I think about that all the time. Like, when you're paying your electric bill, you're like, hey, can I want my own electric. How do I get my own electric?
That Tesla thing.
Solar?
Yeah.
Yes, solar panels. I mean, people got their solar panels. Is it working? But, like the catch to that is the solar. I'm making payments on the solar panels that are more than my my electric bill.
Yeah.
But
I have heard.
Can I just go buy one solar panel?
Well, I've heard of people doing it to where they generate enough power to where you can sell your extra power back to the electric company too.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I've heard that. I don't know how all
You'd
that
have to
works.
be on top of it for sure.
Definitely
be on top of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of those things work. It's like signing up for a subscription, and then you get it free first month, but you better call and cancel the next day, and then you can't get a hold of anybody.
Oh, of course.
So you just hang up.
Because they're like, sorry, all our assistants are currently busy.
Please hold.
Please try back later.
So 30 minutes in, I go, fuck it, now I'll just pay it. That's how they get you.
Yep.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, we got to go jam, buddy.
Cool, bro.
You want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Let's do it.
Down the hatch. Oi.
Peace.
Guys, this is a short one. See you guys next time. Oi.
Thought I'd dream about the sunshine and the day. Well, it seems like there's no end to the bullshit that they spew. I wanna drop everything, yeah, watch it and review. On our own, on our own. Can't wait here for tomorrow. On our own, on our own. There's gotta be better days. On our own.
as I sit at the edge of my bed, strumming this here guitar. Writing songs which feels like I'm healing all the scars. Well, maybe it's time I drive on up to anywhere down to nowhere. Just the thought of that brings me back. Gotta be better days. There's gotta be better days. There's gotta be better days. There's gotta be better days.